Video game instruction booklets on your Wednesday lunch break. If you're on the West Coast. If you're on the East Coast, it's the afternoon. But video game instruction booklets go well with everything. As we're discussing in chat here with DevPods GG, good to see you. Thank you for showing up. Video game manuals are life-changing. They are art. And we are here to celebrate them and enjoy them. I will start before we get into a couple of manuals, which we will do. We got two of them today. A Game Boy one for Ninja Gaiden, a side story, a Ninja Gaiden, if you will. And we've got a Saturn fighter from the folks at Sunsoft called Galaxy Fight. I was stretching because I'd forgotten the name briefly. But first I want to thank the good folks here at Soundstone, the Soundstone network of shows and podcasts, Flashback 64, Pixels and Polygons, Kirby Conversations, all the good folks behind those, making cool stuff. I am proud to be able to put that little sticker up there and say that I'm part of the crew, as it were. And not that I bring any value to the proceedings, but hey, I'm part of the crew, and you can't get rid of me that easy. So also want to thank Andrew Elmore for letting me use his music as the background here yet again. Satellitesound.net is where to go get some stuff. You should pick up everything Andrew does, because Andrew does amazing stuff. Amazing artist, visual, audio, everything. So heck yeah. 4-Bit Friday is in the chat. Speaking of amazing artists, people who do cool things, 4-Bit Friday, you are here. It is so good to see you. Thanks for coming by. we'll get into the manuals because I've got my hard stop at 1 o'clock. I've also got a camera delay here, so I don't know how this is playing out. Is the audio lagging? Maybe that's what I'm going to ask. Is the audio lagging from my video? Because on my screen, there is a delay between what's going on. It looks matched to you, then it's fine by me. I just won't look at myself in this because it's like there's like a second delay. This is what happens when you buy a computer and hope that the computer will work for you, but instead it's a computer, and as a result, sucks shit. Sorry to the computer that I'm working on here, but when you buy a computer and it isn't the bottom of the barrel computer, it'd be nice to know that things would work, but unfortunately they don't. This is why I don't play games on my PC, because you know what? It's too hard to use a computer. So buying a computer is the start of many. Buying a computer, actually, DevPodGG is correct, may be the start of all of society's problems at this point. So don't buy a computer. I guess, like, speaking of society's problems, before I jump into stuff, I just want to say that my heart goes out to the many, many, many incredible developers, creative minds, wonderful people, and just folks who have been impacted. I guess impacted feels like such a bloodless way to say it. To be caught up in this latest round of layoffs, this time from the Xbox side of things. The layoffs that we're seeing across the board from all these different companies are usually the result of bad strategy, poor decision making, and of course the people who pay for it are the people who make the games. And we're in an era right now where the games that are being made are actually unbelievable and incredible, and a reminder every day what makes the medium so special, especially as more people with different voices and different backgrounds have had a chance to put games out, and to see everybody cast aside like this for shareholder gain, whatever, or because of just bad decision making is awful. And so I don't have much else to say about that. Fucked over is probably the right way to put it. 4-Bit Friday. Everybody deserves better than this. The developers deserve better than this, and just people who like art and want to see stories get told in the medium that we love are also getting fucked over by all of this. So I know we all know that, preaching to the choir here. There is, and I'll put it in chat here, a hardship fund from the United Video Game Workers Union for folks looking if there's any need for a little bit of hardship support. I don't think it's a world life-changing amount of money for anybody, but every little bit can count. So there's a hardship fund there that I've linked to. I guess like anything. So collective action, maybe that's the answer, I suppose. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to note that video games are cool. The people who make video games are cool. I feel fortunate any day that I get to engage with folks who make video games, just because there's so much to learn, and I'm in awe of the people who do this work and the creative minds who put these things together, because it blows my mind. And I can think back to, thousands probably of individual moments where a video game has touched my heart and made an impact on me. And I just wish that work, that creativity, that vision got respected and treated like the special thing that it is. So with that said, let's look at some video game manuals. They are good. They also are good. That is another thing we should celebrate, is some video game manuals. But first, I'm a little tired. And so I'm going to drink something a little special today. I'm a little tired. This one is called, and I think from a business standpoint, they call it the Spindrift What Wake You Up is what it's called. It is a Spindrift. Spindrift, of course, an official sponsor of the show. Legally, they certainly sponsor the show, even if they don't know it yet. I went out to the store and bought this, as I have all other Spindrifts that I have seen drank on the show, only because I have such high standards that I would never take money from a corporation, even if they offered me money to do so, which they haven't. So, but maybe after this pitch, they will. Spindrift, the one that wakes you up. It's got tea and lemon in it. So I presume that the tea, which is, it says made with brewed black tea, is going to be filled with caffeine. So let's see. That might fix the vibes. Maybe all we need in society is to put away our computer and to open up the power Spindrift. The power of Spindrift. It doesn't say the milligrams of caffeine, so I'm actually not entirely sure it has caffeine in it. It's a great question. Actually, let's look. 0 sugar added. That's good. So I'm not going to crash. This is going to be a clean hit. Carbonated water, lemon juice, brewed black tea extract from black tea leaves. 0 grams of sugar, 5 calories, contains 2% juice, and says absolutely nothing about how much caffeine is in there. But it is gluten-free, it is non-GMO project verified, and it is a metal can, so you can recycle it. So there you go. It is good. It smells good. I'm gonna be honest. This is no irony. We know Spindrift cures many diseases. It cures scurvy. Probably, I don't know. And this isn't medically stated, and the Spindrift Corporation hasn't said this explicitly, but I presume they would want everyone to know that it cures syphilis, all sorts of things. So yes, dehydration is a disease, and Spindrift is going to cure that in a heartbeat. You're going to be so hydrated after you enjoy the Spindrift that wakes you up. Sparkling water, half tea and half lemon. Enjoy. You're right. You're right. This might cure Mitch McConnell. Unfortunately, there's only so much Spindrift medicine to go around. There's only enough for one McConnell, and I got it here. Sorry, Mitch. Mitch McConnell, you asshole. Okay, so let's read some manuals. Let's go and look at a video, actually, of our first manual, Ninja Gaiden Shadow for the Nintendo Game Boy. Let's see if this works. I'm going to pause this because the music's going to be good. I promise. I promise this. It has been 3 years. The music's so good. Is it still really low, Andrew? Great music. Great music. Let's watch a little gameplay. Holy shit. The explosion. Okay. God, that was cool. Man, that game is amazing. This game is so cool. I would have loved this game as a kid. I would have eaten this up. You know why? You know what it was? I think the microphone volume was. Andrew Elmer points out that my mic sounded low. I think a lot of it is owing to the fact that I had the music maybe up a little bit higher than normal. So, if this is better, if people can hear me, let me know. But yeah, you don't see a lot of ninjas around this much these days. So yeah, that's right. They got better at it, so you can't see them. That's part of the plan. But that's the Game Boy Ninja Gaiden. At least I know there's that one. I don't know if there's more. Ninja Gaiden Shadows. Ninja Gaiden Gaiden. Let's look at the manual. I don't know if this manual has too much going on for it, but I was so taken by the way the Game Boy game looked and sounded when I looked at it that I was like, I gotta at least do that. So let's take a look over here at Ninja Gaiden Gaiden. Oh god, this is gonna be one of those where I can't actually zoom around the screen properly. Okay, we're just gonna move it around this way. There's the art. Hold on here. Give me one moment. Okay, we'll just do it this way. It's a little bit tough to read. We're doing it live. Ninja Gaiden Shadow instruction booklet. Thank you for purchasing Tecmo's Ninja Gaiden Shadow cartridge for the Nintendo Game Boy. Be sure to read this manual carefully before use. It'll tell you how, yeah, the spin drift is kicking in. It'll tell you how to use the cartridge properly. Also, be sure to keep this manual for reference. I'm not actually sure it tells you how to use the cartridge properly, but that's okay. The Ninja Gaiden Shadow. Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to try to keep it on this. I'm going to move my image a little bit smaller. You don't need to see me. Nobody really wants that. Let's go back to a point in time 3 years before the historic battle with Jackyo. I think that was in the other game. In 1985, the Emperor Gulf suddenly appeared and the terrible death and destruction began. People's fear and despair only make me stronger, he says. It's time for all the... who's the Will Ferrell guy? Oh man, he's a singer. He does a bit as a singer. Anyway, I forget his name in Saturday Night Live. People's fear and despair only make me stronger. It's time for all the people in the world to bow down before me. Just when everyone had given up all hope of resisting Gulf's overwhelming strength, a lone shadow appeared. Duh. I looked at something else. Didn't finish the word. His name was Ryu Hayabusa, the last of the Dragon Clan. Of course, Ryu had no way of knowing, happy birthday Ryu, that the evil emperor was an underling of Ryu's arch rival, Jackyo. Okay, but probably could have done some research. This Ninja Gaiden Shadow is a story from a time 3 years before Ninja Gaiden, back when Ryu Hayabusa's training year, back to Ryu Hayabusa's training years. Perhaps the Spindrift hasn't done me right after all. I'm all over the place. Ryu had not yet polished his skills. The only ninja technique that he had mastered was the art of the fire wheel, which is pretty impressive, let's be honest. However, he was firm even then in his love of justice. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Since then, Ryu had been involved in many adventures, including the Dragon Clan's Dark Sword of Chaos and the ambitions of Jackyo. But these stories will have to wait. Compared to those battles, this story is just an opening chapter. Use your skills to open the curtain on this chapter of the Dragon Sword legend. I gotta be honest, I feel like they're underselling this a little bit. This is just the intro. Don't worry, guys. You got this Game Boy game. It's just the intro. You have the Game Boy controller, which I love. The Game Boy controller is also the whole Game Boy. The A button is used to jump. The B button is used to make Ryu attack. None of that switch stuff that they had in the Ninja Turtles game. The control pad is used to control Ryu. Well, that's pretty good. The start button. Press this button during the title screen to start the game. You can press the start button during the game to pause the action. And the select button does, in fact, have a use. Use this when the game is over to choose whether to continue or end the game. That poor select button. You can jump. You can send out a wire. You can hang down. I like to hang out, but Ryu likes to hang down. And who can blame him when he's fighting whatever the name of the bad guy is? So there you go. You got your screen. You've got your items over here. Again, this manual doesn't have a whole lot going on, but I just like the game so much I wanted to look at it. You got the Dragon Crystal Ball, Spirit Crystal Ball. Break open this object to get an item. It's a gotcha. His 1-up gives him a little another life. I like this over here. Kind of looks like he's got a coin, a token of some sort. I want this on a shirt, actually. Ninja Power. This item gives you 1 chance to use the Art of the Fire Wheel. Power Recovery Potion small. You get 2 marks on his life meter. And the Power Recovery Portion large increases it by 4 marks on the life meter. And you are going to need all the marks you can get on the life meter when you face these enemy characters. It starts with the final boss, which I appreciate. Evil Emperor Gulf. This demon incarnate suddenly appeared from the darkness, and America was plunged into the depths of terror. People say that he transforms his body into a powerful battle robot. Stage 2 bosses, you got Jack and Gregory. These wrestler brothers always stay together. Quick Jack holds on to his enemies, and then Gregory attacks him with his mighty kicks and punches. Gregory's tackles are also very powerful. So there you go. Stage 3 boss, Colonel Allen. Colonel Allen is head of Emperor Gulf's bodyguards. This dangerous character will open fire with his machine gun no matter where he is. I gotta be honest, that's a problem that we are in fact dealing with today in America. Stage 4 boss, Evil Nobleman Hukasai. Pardon me, apologies for the pronunciation. This member of Emperor Gulf's army possesses the special power of controlling the wind. No one has ever survived after being attacked by his super weapon, the Fan Boomerang. And then the Stage 1 boss spider, who we saw in the video just a minute ago. This fighting cyborg uses his miraculous jumping ability and sharp claws on each arm as weapons as he challenges Ryu to battle. So there we go. Flashback 64 Pod, good to see you in here. There you go. Hey, listen, you're here. You were at the dang dentist. Mamma mia, unbelievable. Well, listen, I hope you gave him a mouthful. I was gonna say an earful, but then mouthful. What do we do at the dentist? Best not to ask too many questions, I suppose. Whatever someone does at the dentist is between them and their doctor. So there you go. McMahon is here and was also at the dentist today. You know what? I have on my calendar a dentist appointment for today as well. However, I wound up getting to go early and just forgot to remove it from my calendar. So this would have been Big Dentist Wednesday. Everybody's got big dentist energy today, and I think that that's fantastic. So hopefully everyone's doing a good job, doing okay, feeling all right. Yes, Andrew Elmore says in the chat, I'm glad America isn't plunged into any depths of terror. That sure would be unfortunate. That's right. We would never, in America, we would never actively vote for Emperor Gulf for president. I can tell you that much right now. It would never happen. I don't know exactly what's going on down here. It's a little hard to see on the screen here, but something's going on in his tummy. Maybe that's why he's so mad. He's got gas. He's got to do the thing that you do with babies, where you lay them on your back and you move their feet back and forth, kind of bicycle them until the gas comes out. So maybe after that, evil Emperor Gulf won't cause such a problem. He could work with the evil nobleman Hukasai because he actually possesses special power of controlling the wind, and so maybe he might be able to help evil Emperor Gulf control some of that wind that's causing him tummy troubles right now. So that's what I'm thinking. Anyway, that's the manual. Please take precaution when using the Game Boy and the software cartridge. Don't turn off the power and on again needlessly. Never do that. Never wipe the unit with thinner, benzene, alcohol, or other volatile substances. Don't tell me what to do. Never attempt to take the cassette apart. Never do it. Don't do it today. Otherwise, they're not gonna support your 90-day limited warranty. They would, though, if you make sure to promise never to open up the cartridge. So anyway, that's one game. Next game is going to be a game called Galaxy Fight, which I discovered during my little stretch of being obsessed with Neo Geo AES manuals. But the Neo Geo version that they had there was all Japan, I think. So I wasn't going to read that manual, but I found this game, Galaxy Fight. Sunsoft made it. They released it on the Sega Saturn, and we got a manual out of it, and we got character bios out of it, and that's what we're going to read today. And that I hope is the main event here. We'll see what it is. Andrew Elmore, don't do it. He says he's going to attempt to take the cassette apart. I'm going to drink this Spindrift so I don't say anything I can't take back about that kind of behavior. Such a clean cut of tea and lemon from the people at Spindrift Corporation. Message them at Spindrift. It doesn't say what website it's at, so just at all of them at Spindrift, and tell them that you're drinking it for medical necessity and you have stopped seeing a doctor as a result of it. Maybe even you don't even have to see a dentist actually, because it's pretty clean. It's only 2% juice, so that can't do that, and no added sugars. So it's probably good for your teeth. So please tell your dentist you're not visiting them ever again because you've got a Spindrift to drink. There we go. Please do on co-host and Foursquare. Yeah, you can become the mayor probably of Spindrift over on Foursquare if you'd like to. It's tooth medicine. Scientifically speaking, Spindrift Corporation says, and they're very clear about this, it's fine to drink instead of having your teeth brushed. They say that. Now, I'm not going to say where, and just for legal purposes, I can't guarantee they've said that, but I'm sure that they have. So here's like a commercial for Galaxy Fight. I'm going to pause the music, Andrew Elmore's music, and we're going to watch a brief commercial for Galaxy Fight. I think it does a good job of showing how cool the game is, and then we'll watch a little gameplay, and then we'll read the manual.
Galaxy Fight Level 0.
We could watch the Warriors 21-0 run uncut versus the Celtics when they won the championship back in 2022. That was what was next on there. It oftentimes comes up on my YouTube playlist because I've watched it maybe 1,000 times. It's great basketball. Okay, here's some like gameplay. I think this game looks cool, honestly. So here we go. This is from the Sega Saturn version. I don't know how it differs, if at all, from the Neo Geo version. Jesus.
Galaxy Fight.
Galaxy Fight! Yeah. Special command mode? No, we don't need to watch this. No menus, please. Show us the characters. Listen to the bass. A bossa nova beat. Yeah, this is going to be so sick. This game's cool. I think this game seems really cool. Lee Tragan, you're right. Great bass. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming. Oh, I don't know what he's saying. That's fine. I think it's something about fighting. This game has good sound effects. You're done, Rolf. Yeah. I don't know what's up with the shadow flicker. It's weird, isn't it?
Round 2. Fight.
Just want to see the end of this fight. Actually, I want to move forward to a different fight. God, this looks cool. Here's a bonus game. Look at that water.
Round 1. Fight.
Oh, battery. Hold on, my computer's not plugged in. fixed it. Okay.
Kazuma wins. Round 2, fight!
It's live, folks. Okay, I think we get it. Apologies for that. My computer was not plugged in, and the mean things I said about it earlier when I was complaining about the computer not working, I think might have been down to the fact that it wasn't plugged in. So I apologize when I'm not plugged in or I haven't had my wake up alarm spindrift. I also perform poorly. So apologies to the computer. Apologies to computers everywhere. That game seemed cool. Computer's plugged in now. Thanks for hanging and waiting while I figured that out. Let's read a little bit about it. This game looked pretty cool. A little conversation in the chat about why the flickering was weird there. I didn't know the answer to that. Andrew Elmore points out that it's probably down to the capture and that the sprite, the shadow, should be flickering like kind of against each other, and it didn't work. You're right. Never apologize to computer. I take it back. I apologize to the humans watching this, that I apologize to the computer. So this is from Sunsoft, a game company that I think used to be really cool. So we got Galaxy Fight here. This is for the Sega Saturn. Since it's a Sega Saturn game in the US, the cover looks absolutely awful. I like, listen. When it comes to, excuse me. I'm drooling, I'm dribbling. When it comes to video games, I think that the Sega Saturn in Japan has probably some of the best box design of all time. Some of the best branding of all time. It's got that gold, beautiful gold. Let's look at this real quick. Like, look at Last Bronx over here. Look at how beautiful, right? The silver, the golden thing on there. It's all just very classy. All of it looks really nice. And then in the US, you get stuff that looks like this. Just a gigantic... I'm trying to see if I have a Saturn game around that I can use to embarrass. Yes. Now, I'm going to pick out a game I really like. I love Fighting Vipers. Fighting Vipers deserves so much better than this. So much better than this. Anyway. This game looks cool. I think it seemed nice. So let's read a little bit about it. Galaxy Fight. It's actually a game I don't know anything about, other than that I think it probably had a really good Japanese box art. So starting up, game screen and rules. They do. This game modes, basic moves, and the Galactic Champions. And that's where we're going to spend most of our time. But here we go. Once in 1,000 years. I'll make this bigger. Once in 1,000 years, the ancient texts say. Goulet, Bob Goulet. Is that his name? I was thinking the Will Ferrell character earlier who talks kind of like this. That was Robert Goulet. That's what I was trying to think of earlier when I couldn't. Anyway, it's a great bit. It's a great bit when you start something up, forget the name of the character, then move on from it, and then 25 minutes later, without any context, bring it up again to clarify. That's your Spindrift bit of the week. Once in 1,000 years, the ancient texts say, a god takes physical form and appears in the galaxy. According to the timekeepers of the planet Denius in the Milky Way system, the 1,000th year has arrived. Happy birthday, Ryu, to the galaxy. The god that the galaxy has been waiting to greet has arrived, but he is not a being of light. He is the god of evil and controls the powers of darkness. He calls himself Feldenkrais. This guy sort of sounds like he sucks. He is endless, all-encompassing, all-powerful, and with his power, he desires to rule the galaxy. No one stands before the dark power of this super being, who again, if we remind ourselves, calls himself Feldenkrais. The races of the galaxy can only suffer in silence and wait for a savior to come. And that's you with your US Sega Saturn unit. You are going to be here using just an absolute god-awful controller on a system that deserved so much better than what it got here in America. You've got your power, your score, your time. You've got your game screens and rules, your tournament wins mark, your time remaining, your score, your power, all the usual things. Not a whole lot for us to think about here. We know how this works. Level select, LR button dash, select the controls so that the dashes and backsteps can be performed by pressing button L or R only once. You can, of course, listen to the music test, which I wish we would bring back. Light attack, strong attack, guard. Here's a picture of a terrible controller. Enjoy. If you like playing video games, no you don't when you're using this controller. And then we got the dash, the back step, the flying flurries. That said flying furries. And auto follow. We've got some guys. We got Rolf, who we just saw get his ass beat. Rolf was never going to be able to defeat Feldenkrais, not with that kind of quality. Carrying his trusted silver pack, Rolf travels through the galaxy looking for excitement, which is why people know him as the Galactic Adventurer. His special attacks are assigned by an internal booster pack, enhancing his fighting abilities. Yep. So he's a dude. He's 25 years old. He's a young boy. He's 180.5 centimeters. I don't know how tall that is. He weighs 87 kilos. Again, I have no idea. He likes driving, target practice, and galactic travel, and he hates loneliness, which is tough in galactic travel, I presume. His interests are ancient archaeology. His treasures are his friends and memories, and his family is none. Was abandoned at birth. But despite all this, he's a lighthearted character, and he comes from the home world, outer world Atlas. His reason for entering, of course, is to defeat Feldenkrais. So I'm sad to hear about your family, Rolf. But I'm glad that you treasure your friends and memories. When I got to this, I saw family, none, was abandoned at birth. It's pretty dark stuff. Okay, well, there you go. He's got the Planet Breaker, the Rolf Shot, the Rapid Crush, Kneeling Rolf Shot, and the Striking Napalm. A lot of super attacks, which is great. Good for him. We're not going to read about them. You've got Kazuma, Dark Wind. His dream is to carry on the tradition taught to him by his late father and to become even stronger than his father was. Oh boy. He's a dude, also 25 years old. He is only half a centimeter shorter than Rolf at 180 centimeters. He's 81 kilos versus how much was Rolf? 87 kilos. So he's 6 kilos lower than Rolf. Congrats to Rolf on winning the weight war. He likes silence, sword fighting, and Twilight. Big young adult novel reader. He hates noisy people, and his interests are exclusively calligraphy. His treasures are his sword, which are given to him by his father, and his family are father, mother, and older brother named Takuya. I don't know why his mom and dad don't get names, but that's what you give up when you're a parent. You kind of give up a lot of your own personality and your own sense of self. He is the silent type. He comes from the Outland systems, and he's here to hone his fighting skills. He's got the Tiger's Wind, Shadow Ninja, Killer Tornado, and the Spinning Wind. He's got a bunch of different cool things that you can do over there, which I'll let you read in your own time. We got Yuri, I don't know, the finest galactic robber in the galaxy. Power and beauty both in this famous galactic robber. Her speed and kick attacks make her hard to defend against. She is a 23-year-old woman. She weighs 165 centimeters. Her height is 165 centimeters. She weighs but only 49 kilos. She likes red wine. She hates broken promises and presumably fake friends. Her interests are fashion design. Her treasures are herself. Her family passed away when she was young. She's got a hard character as a result. No one knows where she comes from, and her search for entering is search for eternal life. She's like that tech guy who drinks his son's blood. Maybe that's what she means by red wine over here. Good for her, I guess. She sounds like she's got some issues to work through. Laser Stroke, Rolling Slicer, Somersault Kick, Needle Shot, and the Galactic Cyclone. That's good to know. We got Rumi over here. Rumi, who seems to be a little bit happier. So there you go. McMahon says, and is this true? Feldenkrais is probably a respelling of the Feldenkrais method, an alternate medicine type of movement therapy, popularized in the mid-20th century. Very interesting. I could see that. I'll take it. Feldenkrais. Good for him. He was up on his alternate medicine, and I think that's important for a god of 1,000 years. Rumi says she's gonna be a star. She left her home to seek fame and fortune. Her unusual movements and fighting style make her a challenging opponent. She is a woman of unknown age. Good for her. Not our job to know. She's 160 centimeters tall. She's 52 kilos. She likes boiled crab brains. And she hates creatures with claws. I like that implies that she is boiling crab brains not to eat them, but just to stick it to the crabs. Her interests are singing, and her treasure is her galactic radio, but lost it anyway. Rumi. Her family is her father, Ruta, mother, Rusa, younger brother, Runa, Rooney's twin, younger sister, Rooney, older brother, Ruto, Rooney's other twin. I'm confused by the split there. Why is Rooney, her younger sister, Rooney, so important? That's okay. She's cheerful and flaky, which is why she lost her beloved radio. She's from the world of Rutesia, and she is here to become famous. She's got the rapid blow, the rolling crush, the rolling bomber, and the giant knuckle. There we go. Congrats to Rumi. Hope she does great. Here we go. Yeah, Rumi, wait, let's go back. Andrew Elmore's asking, why does Rumi have 9 knees? I didn't notice that. I was so taken. Oh, yeah. Oh, this hurts. Yeah, well, hey, listen. Yeah, I don't know how things are in the Rutesian system. Yeah, I don't know why there are 3 different twins. I don't know why the twins are being related to one of the sisters and not like the main character. There's a lot going on in here I'm not sure about, but I love it. Okay, let's keep going. We got Gunter Bulls. Who here likes Gunter Bulls? The Chosen Knight. He comes from the famed clan of knights. He has been told he is the one to be the clan's champion against a powerful evil. Oh, he said so. Somebody told him so. Who's to fight with him? He's a dude who nobody knows how old he is. He is 240 centimeters, which I believe is about 3.5 feet, I think. I don't know how to do the conversion. 283 kilos, so that's 6,000 pounds. He likes tournaments and babysitting. He hates taking baths and unjust people. His interests are eating, training. His treasures are the knight's ring given to him by a warrior priest. And his family is his wife, Gyashi, currently living with her father, the clan leader. He's a kind man, and his homeworld is Gurdjieff. I like Gurdjieff is the only one of these homeworlds that's in quotes. I don't know if that's to cast aspersions upon whether or not he's telling the truth about Gurdjieff, or if they just had to guess at his homeworld because he can't speak very clearly. Sounded like Harry Kane maybe at the end of the England-Mexico game. I don't know. His reason for entering training and to fight the great evil. Good for him. Gurdjieff, Gurdjieff, Gurdjieff. Gurdjieff, Wizard blurted. There's a bad Jeff and there's a Gurdjieff. You're right. Thank you, Foreman Friday. That's right. That's very good. Damn it. That is funny. Okay. Bull Bomber, Bull Shoulder, Wild Shake, Bull Breath, and the Hammer Break. You don't want to be around him when he's pulling his bull smash on you. He'll send you right back to good Jeff or bad Jeff. Alvan, Prince of the Lost Kingdom, is the rightful prince of the world Rosaris. Oh, I thought that was a question. He uses his magical power in battle. He's a 93-year-old guy, looks fantastic, absolutely great. I can only hope to look half as good as Alvan does. He's 153 centimeters and 46 kilos. He likes reading and writing. He hates dark magic. His interests are the magical arts, however. His treasures, his treasures are his birthplace of Rosarius. Sorry about that. He treasures it, and we should all treasure the place where we're from. His family, father, mother, sister, dead. I'm not sure. It's just the sister? All 3? It's unclear. Probably all 3, honestly, given their ages. Like, he's doing pretty good at 93. I think that you've led a great life if you're still kicking around at 93 years old. Father, mother, sister, dead. His character is somewhat introverted. His homeworld is Rosarius, which of course he treasures. And his reasons for entering are to defeat Feldenkrais and regain his rightful throne. He's got the Al Blast. I thought it said the AI Blast, and I was about to say not this guy. Not Alvan. You can't give in. You can't give in to AI. Al Blast, the Aerial Al Blast, the Al Thunder, Al Slugger, Al Fire, and Super Al Bang. Congrats to him on the Al Dazer and the Gun Bar Through. I love a gun. I love a good gun bar through. I do worry that he is an AI guy as well. G Dun, the blank man. This poor creature has no memory of anything and no idea who he is or where he comes from. The only thing that keeps him going is a voice inside his head. He must find the source of the voice. This is the kind of guy who we really should keep away from AI chatbots. He seems particularly susceptible to AI psychosis. No one knows his sex. He's 1,000 years old. So hard to argue with the memory issues. I think at this point, you just sort of accept that at 1,000. He is almost 190 centimeters, 189.3 centimeters tall. He weighs 58 kilos. He likes black coffee in cans. I do too. I like to stop by a vending machine and pick up a nice, sometimes heated can of Boss coffee. Love it. We don't get to do that in America because nothing is good here, but I did get to do that in Japan and I loved it. He hates over-friendly people. His interests are music. Treasures a necklace given to him by his deceased fiance, though it's not clear that he knows that because they said he remembers nothing. His family is unknown, but I think we just answered that he had a fiance who's dead. His character is that he suffers from headaches, and really, before I got my deviated septum fixed back in 2019, that was also my primary characteristic. His home world is unknown, and his reason for fighting is to find the source of the voice in his head. Dr. Tasty is here. Welcome. Hello. Good to see you. This is exciting. Thank you. Yes, delicious canned coffee in the 1990s. It wasn't as popular, I guess. You could probably get some good lead poisoning back then from canned foods. I'm not sure if that's. I saw that show, the Terror, about the English ships people going off and going crazy, and a lot of it had to do with lead poisoning. I presume that was also true in the 1990s. I don't really know. It was so long ago. Hurricane Bolt, Diving Headbutt, Final Mega Driver, which is good. We got that. You got the shoring roll, the flying cross chip, the back attack. This guy's got so many more things. Double knee kick, front suplex, German suplex, the brain buster, tombstone, pile driver, blockbuster, and the overhead kick. We've got Mustafar, state-of-the-art Empire battling machine. The Fackle Empire's newest technology has been, who are they? I don't know, has been used to create this battle robot. It has been sent to gather data on battle techniques. Sex, unknown. Age, unknown. Height, 220 centimeters. Weight, 560 kilos. Likes oil and electricity. Rust is what he hates. Interests, none. Treasures, none. Family, none. Because he's a prototype model. That's the only reason he doesn't have a family. It's not because he's a robot. It's because he is a prototype. Character, the direct type. His homeworld is Farkle, which was a minute earlier. It's the Fackle Empire, but now it's the Farkle Empire. Do you remember the website Fark.com? You got Florida Man. Maybe that's what Mustafar did after this game was over. He went and he started a website. Reason for entering: to obtain battle data for the Farkle Empire. It's a weirdly difficult phrase to say. To obtain battle data for the Farkle Empire. There we go. Mustafar Punch, Mustafar Missile, Mustafar Kick, Moon Spiral, Leg Hammer, Face to Knee Kick, Hard Slam, Air Throw, Head Crusher, Reverse Spin Kick, Reverse Back Knuckle, Head Upper, Sliding Kick, Head Sliding. I hate head sliding. And then we get Bonus Boy. I'm not sure what's going on here, but we got Bonus Boy. Tag yourself, I'm Bonus Boy. He has come to learn martial arts. He wants to meet and fight the strongest fighters in the galaxy. He wears a red headband given to him by his tribe of warriors. You got Jacob, comes from the Holy Land of Lutetia. He can transform into any shape he desires, not only taking the opponent's form, but their power and speed as well. He has come to take Felden Kreese's form and defeat him with his own power. Jacob, my goodness, you're really going to take on Felden Kreese, who we don't get a picture of? You're going to take on Jacob. We're going to get a guy named Jacob who's going to fight Felden Kreese. I think we need someone who sounds a little bit more exciting. Maybe somebody with some art in the manual could be the one to take on Felden Kreese. I don't know. The most powerful and longest-lived creature in the galaxy, using the 1,000 years of his life to become powerful. His plan is to take control of all the wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a second. Interesting. The blank man, the man who doesn't remember who he is 1,000 years old. And Feldenkrais can take any form he wants, I believe, and is also 1,000 years old. Starting to think something's happening. But you have to play the game to know. I won't guess any further. His plan is to take control of all the worlds of the galaxy and rule them all with his iron will and superpowers. Honestly, you have better things to do with your time, man. You're 1,000 years old. Go enjoy yourself. His sex is all-encompassing, however. So good for him. Good for Felden. Sex all-encompassing. His age as old as the galaxy, although we know that's not true. He's 1,000 years old. His height is he can change size at will, from the height of a lightning bolt to the size of a grain of rice. His weight is he is an immovable force. Likes war and himself. He hates weakness and softness. His interests are destruction. His treasures, the galaxy. His family is Fernandez and Febelkopf. He is evil incarnate, that is his character, and his home world is the absolute. I want to know more about Fernandez and Febelkopf, but I think we'll have to wait for another time to learn about Fernandez and Febelkopf, Feldenkrais' family. Get some notes down here for when you figure out what exactly is happening in the world of Galaxy Fight. You get your 90-day limited warranty for this CD-based game. If there is an issue, please reach out to the Sun Corporation of America, 18,008 Sky Park Circle, Suite 140 in Irvine, California, 92710. Be sure to include your name, address, and phone number, plus a brief description of the fault. Products returned without proof of the date of purchase or after the 90-day warranty will, at Sun Corporation's option, be repaired or replaced at the service charge then in effect for out-of-warranty repair. Payments must be made by check, the European spelling, or money order payable to Sun Corporation. This warranty, and this is important for all of us watching, this warranty does not interfere with our statutory rights. So thank God for that. I was always worried that it might, but please reach out to them over in Irvine. And there you go. That's it. We got it. And we read the manuals today. How much does a Galaxy Fight complete in box cost? Galaxy Fight, let's say price charting. Let's just take a quick look here. I know I stopped screen sharing. Okay, let me just screen share one more time here. Okay, look at this. Galaxy Fight for the Sega Saturn from $18.75. That's a pretty good deal. And look at that. Let's take a look. Where's it going to take me? eBay. Look at this. Look how much nicer this is than that Sega Saturn US box. Look at that. Less than $20, and you get, oh my God, and you get the little spine as well. I think this is pretty nice, because if we look at the American one, we're looking at $125. No thanks. $90, $95. Absolutely not. But there you go. Good manual. I'll put it that way. Good manual. Cool game. Sunsoft. Thank you for what you were in the 1990s. Okay. Well then. Actually, you know what? There were no. Let me do one more thing. What is the website? Moby Games. And I'm gonna go look at security verification. I just want to quickly look to see if there are any credits for the manuals we looked at today. Galaxy Fight. Loading. Sure. This one seems good. It is so slow. Oh my God. Okay. Credits. This is really exciting, I bet, for everybody who's here. Noun Proper just got here. Missed the part where winners don't do drugs. No. You, Noun Proper, good to have you. Thank you so much. We learned today, presumably, although I don't remember why I feel this way, we learned today that, in fact, winners exclusively do drugs. And winners also drink the upper of choice for fans of video game manuals, the Spindrift with real black tea and lemon juice in it. So there we go. But yes, winners don't do drugs. That's from the Surgeon General, and that's the only Surgeon General I think anybody knew as a kid because he was in their video games. Programmers, let's look at the Sega Saturn one to see if there's any credits. Sega Saturn version, managing director, illustration. I guess we're not going to get anything here from the Americans. I just want to see who wrote the manual, but the people who made this game, I will say, from what I've seen of it, made what seemed to be a pretty darn cool game. Let's take one more look here at Ninja Gaiden, is it Gaiden Shadow, and see if we can get a manual there. Ninja Gaiden Shadow. Credits? Game Boy credits. Look at how small it is. Nope. Well, anyway, it looked really cool. The sound credit goes to Hiroyuki Iwatsuki, and the music that we heard was amazing today. So thank you to Hiroyuki Iwatsuki, who did an amazing job. So thank you, and thank you for showing up and hanging out. Grab a Spindrift. Be good. If you are or know anybody who... If you are somebody who got caught up in any of these layoffs or are looking for anything, if there's anything that I can do to help, I don't know what I can, but if there is anything that I can do, even just talk, I'm happy to do it. And I think I hope that everybody is able to land on their feet, and that the creativity and the amazing things that people are doing and the amazing people that make up the games industry are able to get the respect that they deserve. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much. And be good to each other and yourselves. And see you hopefully next week. Okay, bye. Let's watch the Road Blaster song. Bye.